Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. My name is Cassie, and on this channel, we talk all things of healing, self-love, and self-care, and of course, becoming your dream woman. On today's episode, I want to remind women today that we need to stop idolizing people who are, on TV, right? The social media couples, the ones that seem to live this great life and have this wonderful relationship on the screen, but when it all comes down to it in the background, their relationships are a hot mess. So, I've talked about this before in other matters, but I want to talk about it again because there is a couple that just was on TikTok and a bit on YouTube and stuff, and they gently announced that they're going to be going through a divorce. And, we end up seeing this pattern over and over, that so many people are putting their hope in situations that they only see clips of, right? Social media clips, curated moments, edited highlights, and they're building their entire dreams off of these people's snapshots. Those social media couples and even the actors and actresses in the movies and things like that, the ones who come online and everything looks chummy chum. Yeah, they're laughing, they're traveling, their relationship goals, as people want to say. And in the beginning, it looks all amazing. But then time passes, and if you're really paying attention to the couple, you start seeing the cracks, right? The subtle ones, the look on someone's eyes, the forced smiles, the vibe that feels off. But most people don't catch that because they are still idolizing the first version that they saw. And that beginning image becomes sacred to them. And now that image lives in their mind rent-free. And this is where things get dangerous because people aren't just watching these couples, they're projecting their entire vision of life onto them. My relationship should look like that. My marriage should feel like that. My family should be like theirs. That's your life goals. That's the relationship standards that people want to have. And that is your dreams. But all those things are being shaped by people that you don't even know. And I'm not saying that you can't be inspired, because inspiration is fine, right? You can say, oh, I love how he shows up for her. Or I love how they prioritize family. I love the way that they communicate. That's healthy. But do not idolize the people themselves, because we've seen it all play out over and over again. Jay-Z ended up cheating on Beyonce, and let that sink in, right? Beyonce is beautiful, powerful, talented, iconic, and she was still betrayed by the person that she loved and trusted. So let's stop telling ourselves, oh, if I just look like that, or if I become that. Cheating, betrayal, unhappiness, none of that discriminates. And then you see, these TikTok couples or YouTube couples or whatever, and everyone's shocked when they break up or the truth starts coming out about their family dynamics. And it's not what was being portrayed, right? It's a whole different situation. And you didn't see it coming. Oh, they were so perfect. They were goals you sell yourself. But if you slow down and you really watch, you can sometimes see it well before it's even disclosed. One partner looks drained, disconnected, and even miserable, going along just to get along, smiling for the camera while dying inside. And then, surprise, someone steps outside the relationship. Divorce, breakup, chaos, and everyone acts shocked. But here's the truth no one wants to talk about. You're seeing 20 to 30 minutes of their day, maybe even a highlight of their week. And that's it. For celebrities, influencers, rich people, you're seeing exactly what they want to show you. The glitz, the glam, the luxury, oh yeah, they're not showing you the grit. They're not showing you the daily struggle, that they're exhausted, the days that they hate each other, the days that they don't even want to get out of bed. No, they're not showing you the fights, the resentment, the loneliness that they may be feeling. Let's be real. How many days have you put on a smile and gone to work when you didn't even want to be there? Right? Or you put a smile on for your family when you were feeling depressed and sad and that you didn't even want to get out of bed that day. How many days did you show up because you had to, not because you were happy? Yeah, exactly. So imagine doing that on a global scale. That's what social media is, masks. Behind closed doors, people are being cheated on, talked down to, emotionally neglected, feeling unhappy, disconnected, and yet online, it all looks like paradise. And so please, stop building your dream life on someone else's highlights reel. Instead, create your own life. Use other people as inspiration, but not your blueprints. Take the elements that you like: healthy communication, consistency, affection, partnership. But don't worship the image, because your life is meant to be lived, not compared. You don't need to live like them. No. You need to live in your own truth, in alignment, in authenticity. And because the real flex isn't about looking perfect online, the real flex is about being generally fulfilled when the cameras are off. And that is something no algorithm can fake. So I hope that you take this and you start creating, the images that you want your life to look like, but not idolize the couples who are showing you maybe these ideas. You just don't know what you can be idolizing, and you don't want to idolize wrong things, right? So just take what inspires you, incorporate that in your own life, and leave the rest for other people, because again, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what their situation is, and what you see online is definitely usually not what their whole life is all about. So I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.